You are now tuned into 2111 Radio Show, hosted by our program director, Derrick Scott.
I think we have everybody on.
And we're speeding.
Let me just check the. Yeah, no, I see them.
Juan, check your headphone.
Yeah, they're right
Sorry.
there. Yeah.
Juan, check
Pops,
your
make sure.
headphones.
Just move that mic a little bit.
Track.
Yeah, that's
And,
fine. No, that's fine right
how
there.
you mix
You got it.
okay?
Yeah. Sheila, just double check. Make sure Juan can hear.
And then just ask him if he's ready.
Yo, welcome.
On there.
Welcome to the 2111 Radio Show. I'm your host, Derrick Scott. And I have Juan Escovedo in the building. What up, brother?
How you doing, man?
Very excited to have you here. So I found that video and your pops is told, oh my God. Like
It's
what?
amazing enough. Yeah.
That is amazing. I always love percussion. I never learned how to play, but I love it because it's the basis of any musical.
It helped drive it.
Yeah, it drives everything. So
Right.
when I saw that video, I was like, damn, like what's going on? So now, introduce everybody. So basically, where are you originally from?
Well, all of us was born in Oakland, California. But my mother, on my mother's side, she's Creole. So her parents, my grandparents, are from New Orleans.
Okay.
And my father was actually, my grandfather on the Escovedo side were from Mexico. But they came together when they were in Oakland. So my father was born and raised in Oakland, just like the rest of the family, my siblings and stuff. So yeah. Mm-hmm.
Listen, let me tell you something. So I've been stalking your page. I've been listening to your music. Yo, you got some stuff going on, brother. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Actually, Angel, that single, that's on 2111 Radio right now. So we got that in rotation.
Oh, so, nice.
Yeah, I've been getting great feedback from that. I've been getting great feedback. It's different from what I'm used to, and I love music. Doesn't matter what genre. I love music. So I was so honored to have that song put up there. And we're gonna play the video later, but we're gonna get a little backstory. So now, how long did it take you to really learn the percussions?
Well, when I was born, it was already my mother was already going to concerts. So I mean, when I was in her stomach, so wow. I think the beat started then. listening to, my father and my mother being there, and the babysitter was my mother or the waitresses or whatever at the club. So me and Sheila was always there. And then eventually my brother, and then Zaina, the youngest. So there was always music around, and always dancing, a lot of family gatherings. So like my uncles, they all play music. I got cousins who all play. So the gathering was like when you come into the house, everybody play something.
Exactly.
So, and if you didn't, we'd teach you real quick, and we just, jam, and just that's how I grew up. So, when you're younger, you're not taking it seriously. You're just having fun.
Exactly.
I'm still having fun, but I take it more serious.
Exactly.
Because it pays the bills. But when you're younger, you just enjoy it. And I started meeting other musicians in my neighborhood and stuff. And then, you just get into it. What started with my sister and brother, we put a little band together when we were like 13, 14.
Wow.
And just started playing for the family birthday parties or, backyard stuff, whatever. And then, you just get better and better. And then, we just started adding more people in the neighborhood that we knew that was learning. Like there's guitar players, bass players, and a lot of percussion players that, were playing music around my age or older. So when we started playing, like I said, we're doing it for fun. And then my father started teaching us the correct way. Because, you can hear it, and you go in your room and jam or play it, but it's not even correct. There's a certain way to hit the drums, hold the sticks, the way you sit, the way you relax, the way you do your patterns. You just started learning. Well, I started learning all that and watching my sister, obviously, Sheila E. is a great percussionist. So we started learning off of each other. My brother, Peter Michael, did a bunch of TV shows, musical director for Martin Short and let me see, Magic Johnson Hour, a lot of TV shows.
Wow.
So we're all in the business. So, and it's good to have siblings like that and your father, because when I started getting more into the business, there's a lot of things I didn't know.
Right.
Because Sheila left the house young, I think 16, 17, to go to LA and play with George Duke. So right then and there, she was learning more than me and more advanced. But yeah, so we call each other. We got better and better. We talk about music all the time. We still play together. Matter of fact, my father just turned 89, and we just played a gig on his birthday, and he's booked for next year at his 90th at Yoshi's. So,
wow.
And we got stuff in between, but I'm just saying.
Let me give him a round of applause, please. Hold on. Bless him, man. God bless him, man. Oh my goodness. And still kicking.
And he's funny on stage too. So if he gets tired, if he's taking a long solo, which he can still do, and then he's done, he'll just tell some jokes and talk for a while and keep the audience engaged, and then move on to the next song. So, yeah.
Wow. So amazing. So, speaking of Sheila, like I said, for those, we know who Sheila E. is. We fell in love with Sheila E. and all just how she's been doing music for years.
Right.
We fell in love with her when she did Crush Groove, the movie.
And the movie, right.
That movie,
I was in it, a little part in there. But
wow. Let me tell you something. We knew who she was because she was doing stuff with Prince, but we got to see her like really on that screen. And I was like, wait a minute, she's dope. She's dope.
She did good.
She did a really good job in that. You know, so shout out to Sheila E. But now about you. What I want to know about you is, I heard you started getting your own band in Oakland High. Is that correct?
I had a band when I was at high school. Yeah. But I actually had a band before that in junior high. I had a band together.
Junior high?
Yeah, junior high, I had my own band and stuff and doing things. But
damn.
When I got to Oakland High, I met other musicians that are actually on another level.
Okay.
That's when it's like going to high school to college. There's a gap, but man, it's a difference. So junior high school, you know, but then Oakland High, there's a lot of great musicians there. So I started, you know, I still kept the friends I had with the band I had, but I added some more advanced musicians. And then we would play at the high school, you know, Oakland High, doing assemblies and different things. And they said, you know, the talent shows or whatever, does anybody sing or do this? I said, well, I have my own band. They go, you got a band? I'm like, oh, yeah. So right then and there, it was so different. So I went to Oakland High, I think it's 9th grade or 10th? 10th? 9th. High school. It's been a while. It might be 10th grade.
Okay.
But once I went there, and you know, you're leaving junior high to high school, so I'm starting to meet new people and all this stuff. So, you know, I was kind of shy and trying to find my way and where do you fit in. But once my band played, I had so many friends, like just like that. They're like, man, you know, once they see you have a talent, and they enjoy the band, they were all trying to meet me and stuff. And then when they found out, I think at that time my father was in playing with Carlos Santana. So once they found that out, so many friends and musicians, and it was over. In a good way.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
In a good way. Hell yeah. Let me tell you something. First of all, you in the high school, you have your own band.
Right.
You don't get that. That's not normal. I'm sorry. That's a very unnormal for a young kid to have his own band and y'all good at it. You understand? So salute to you and that complete hustle. So now I want to ask you this question. When the first time you knew that you was that guy? Because we all have that time.
Right.
When was that?
I think I started young in my father's band, like 15 or 16. So I think once, like when we started doing better, bigger concerts and people were starting to be on the side of the stage, like great musicians that I admire, started saying, who is that kid? You know, asking my father. They go, that's my son. He go, what? You know, and my father had told me that story because I obviously didn't know that. He was like, that they're asking me who's that conga player, or I could have been playing bongos then, but I think it was congas. And he said they really like your playing. I said, so that's when I knew something. I had something because you don't know. You just know what you're capable of doing. You play the way you play. But when you start doing concerts and opening up or headlining for great artists, and they're asking my father, who's a percussion player, which he goes, "That's my son." I think that changed everything for me.
It definitely changed everything. Definitely changed everything. So now, I wanted to ask you this: knowing that you have a famous family in music, what was there any disadvantages going into your solo career, or was it pluses?
There's pros and cons with that. The thing, it helps me to get in the door, or there's people that they already know and know the last name and their first name too, obviously help me get in the door, but also I had to be as good as them, if not better. So that pressure of not riding their coattail, like, oh, I'm an Escovedo, but then now they're watching me. Let me see if he's just as good. Or so the pressure. I felt that pressure, but I think I already put that pressure on myself when I was 12 or 13 to be as good as they are and to be respected. So I think I accomplished that. So.
Yeah, I think you did, bro. I think you did, because I've been listening to your music and it's amazing. So now at time in COVID, we was talking behind COVID, you start doing more music.
Right.
And you actually met this guy. This is one of my favorite artists, bro. I'm sorry. He really is.
Oh, Raphael Saadiq. Yeah.
Talk to me about that story. How did y'all even connect? Because I heard he don't live too far away.
Yeah, he's born and raised in Oakland. So actually, when we were on tour, I think it was before the Prince tour, after Purple Rain, the movie, she and us opened up for Prince. We did that tour, Purple Rain tour. But before that, I think it was before that. So Ray, he's Ray Wiggins. He's Raphael Saadiq now. So we knew them, and he was 17. I think he got in the band, Sheila's band, 17 years old, 17 or 18. So then we did the tour and all this stuff, and then he went and left with his brother, Dwayne Wiggins, and Timothy, the drummer. So Timothy's their cousin. So them three started Toni. So I already knew Raphael Saadiq from Oakland and playing with us for a whole tour. So that's how I knew him. So once he moved to LA and had his own studio, when I started working on my studio, my CD, actually my father had booked Raphael Saadiq's studio right when I was about to do mine, and I was looking for a place, and he goes, Raphael lives like literally 10 minutes from my parents' house, his studio. So he still comes by on his 10-speed. It's so close. So he comes over still today. Wow. So my father said, I'm going to work on. So my father said he was going to work on his next CD. And I said, well, how many days you have? I think he said he has 3 days booked. I said, can you ask Raphael, you can add 2 more days and we could keep the equipment and all that stuff in there, because I'm going to be there anyway. And we'll do the 2 days with my CD.
Right.
So he asked him, and he said, yeah, because he let us use the main room, the biggest studio, because he has, I think, 3 other studios in there. So I said, perfect. So that's what we did. We worked on my father's CD in 3 days. The next day, I said, okay, no more playing. Tomorrow it's my CD. We got to get serious. So, we just had a good time. And I used, some of my father's band members. Let me see. Who was playing bass? Was Oscar Kataya on bass. Jonathan Montez on piano. That also plays with my father's band. So they're both on my CD.
Oh, okay.
I call my sister, Sheila's on drums, and then my brother Peter Michael is playing drums. So on different tracks. So my brother actually produced and helped me on the CD. So of course my father was there. So I got the family in there. And
family, bro. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and then so here's another thing. So when we were doing Angel, I had a friend from the Bay Area come to LA just to film the session, the recording. So while we're recording, so DeBarge, is on the. So he came down and we filmed him doing his part, and then Martin Kemper, who's formerly of Color Me Bad, he sang Angel. So I'm like, so we're filming everything. And I'm like, this could be the first video. So, and I didn't have to leave anywhere. It's in the studio. And I thought the vibe was great. The filming was great. And I asked Elle, is it okay release this as a, because I want to get everybody's okay. Because that wasn't part of the deal. It was to go in and do the session, not a video.
Yeah.
So my brother edited it, and I let everybody look at it. They were fine with it, and I released it as my first video.
We got that video actually. We actually got that video here. So what I can do, since we can segue, we're gonna segue right into this video. So it's called Angel, right? So I'm gonna play the video and then we're gonna get back to it because you do a lot. You're not just a percussionist. We're gonna get into that. I'm sitting here looking at. I want the people see the ticker down there. Musician, songwriter, master percussionist, solo artist, music producer. Wow. So that's a lot of hats. So we're gonna get into that. Yeah, it's a lot of hats. So we're gonna get to the video. We're gonna come back with my man Juan Escovedo. I hope I got that right.
That's correct.
All right, let's go. Let's check it out.
Thank you for being in my life. There ain't no question about how I feel inside. I know there ain't anyone who could ever take your place. No one could tell me I don't love you.
I need you like the earth needs the rain. You feel the same. Without you, the flower will cease to bloom. You're my angel, my angel.
I used to run around not caring how you felt. No, but thinking about what I've done made me hate myself.
Goosebumps.
Oh, thank you, man.
That's hot. That's hot. I love that song, man. I've been listening to it all day. So talk to me about the arrangement because it looks like y'all guys is actually playing live.
No, it seems like it, but we recorded it that day. So this is how they do all videos. They record in the studio, and because you want to really clean it perfect. So then plug it into the recording device and it tracks what, so it comes out the studio board, the mixer and everything.
Right.
But that song, Michael Angel Alvarado, we co-wrote 7 songs together. He's from San Jose, but he moved to LA.
Okay.
He ended up playing with my sister and my father. But we started working together in the Bay Area. And he moved out there, like I just said. And so I was going back and forth at his house and recording. So, I have a little concept thing. I play a little bit of piano, have a couple of pianos. So, I always played piano for years. I took it in college too. And writing music and all that. So that helped me play. That's what I said, I started taking it more serious. But I had fun with it first, just playing on the piano. And then, I just do my little parts or whatever. And I go to Michael Angel and he really could play the correct chords and stuff. And then he said, well, this would be better if we pull it here. And so we started working together. And when I started, I've been writing since I was younger, but I never finished a song. I get into it,
and then you do something else.
Yeah, because my money is playing percussion. I go doing all that. Then I come home, then I play a little more piano. Then I start hearing things, and when I hear, I have a pretty good ear of melodies and stuff. So da 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 da. It's the melody, and then, so I record stuff. Yeah, and then that's where I start to feel the song. The song takes me there. Like I just hear something, Like I'm just playing, and then I hear something, and I keep going. Well, that's something. And then you kind of look for the words, but I had help with the lyrics. Martin, Keith Martin, he was a singer in the Hammer tour when I toured with MC Hammer, and he moved to Indonesia. So when I was writing, that's when COVID and stuff hit. So I sent him the track, and we're discussing where I am in my life and what's going on. Kind of what I thought of. Well, I came up with the title Angel, and I had some things around that what I was going through in my life.
Right.
So I was telling him he's writing things down, but he really made it come to life. But yeah, within like 2-3 hours, he called me. He said, "It's done." I said, "What?" He did the lyrics in about 2 or 3 hours. I said, "No way." And I just took note of what you said and what you're going through. But to put it in a format like that and the hook and I was like, he said, "I just heard." He said, "It just came to me like this, everything you're telling me, and the melody." He loved it, and it came together pretty quick.
And it's funny. Was you planning on having DeBarge on this song because he's perfect for it? Like
that's how we wrote it because I was playing with L off and on for years, and we were playing. I want to say it was at Yoshi's in Oakland, and I was playing with L. So I said, "Al, I'm working on this song." I said, "I just hear your voice. It's perfect for you." And I said, "Would you do it?" And he goes, Yeah. We're brothers." He goes, "Man, anything for you. We're brothers." I said, "Okay, hold on 1 second." I called my family right then and there. "Okay, this is L DeBarge. L, tell him what you just said. I'm gonna do one CD." And I said, "Now it's done. That's better than the handshake because you got to deal with my mother, my father, my sister."
There you go.
I made a song right there. And I
put him on the spot.
He laughed. He goes, "Yep." I said, "Now you have to do it. They already know now." Hung up, did the show. So then it took me a while to get in the studio. So now it's a year later. So I say, "Al, we're going in the studio. Like, remember you said you're going to do this song." Then he said, "Man, I can't now," because he was working on his solo project. So his contract is he's promoting his song. They're going to think this song that's on my CD is off of his because it's his whole voice. So I said, "Well, can you sing the background parts?" He goes, "Yeah, that's not in the contract." So I hired Martin Kemper, and he sang the lead perfectly. And then L DeBarge came in and he did all the background, all the harmonies. So that's how that turned out. I think I lost it.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm on. He's gone. Is it on the?
No, it's still on. It's still.
What do you say? Oh.
Maybe it's something on their end.
Maybe I should play something. Oh, a song? You still on?
I'm back.
Oh, okay, so good.
This is sorry. Technical difficulties, I think.
I can't hear you. You have to reach.
No, you're fine. It's on his end.
Can you hear me? Oh no. Yeah.
You can hear me yet?
Now I can.
Okay. Oh my goodness. Sorry about that, guys.
It's all good.
All right. So now we can continue the story. Hopefully it stopped doing that. I don't know what's going on, but I think it's the, like I said. So continue, please.
Yeah, I was just saying that. Yeah. So DeBarge was going to sing lead, and he was on the contract at that time to work on his solo CD. So he could do the lead vocals. So I asked him if he can do the background, and he said, yeah, that's not in contract. So I said, perfect. So Martin Kemper sang lead, formerly of Color Me Bad, sang lead, and man, what a great job he did. I mean, he really, because I was thinking, who could sound like DeBarge, or at least hit the high notes. So Martin killed it, and then so then L did all the backgrounds. So we recorded that day, and like I said, so we filmed the whole time.
Wow.
We recorded the CD, that song rather, and then so once we did that, and we were filming while we were recording, but then we used the track from, once it was mixed, they edited and put that in with the video.
Yeah, but you guys played it well because it literally looked like you guys was playing live.
Yeah.
I'm thinking like, wow, this looked live. So now what I want to ask you is this. It's different types of music that you play. You play a lot of different music. But what's the difference between Latin jazz and soca?
Well, salsa? Yeah. So Latin jazz is more fusion. It's more open. It's not structured. Salsa patterns, it's mostly for dancing. It's all Latin music, dancing music. So there's the way the montuno is, which is keyboard, and the tumbao, the bass, locks in with the timbales, cowbell, cabana, cowbell, and the conga pattern and bongos. So it's more structured. Latin jazz is more open. You have more freedom to go outside the pocket, kind of make it swing a little more.
Yes.
And everything's not like has to be precise. It's more freedom to move around in your notes. It doesn't have to stay there.
Yeah.
I think that's the difference between Latin jazz and salsa.
Okay, so now that I wanted to know that because I listened to both and they kind of similar. So for me, it sounds the same. But as a musician, you guys know it's a complete difference between the two. One is structured and one is more free.
Right.
Exactly. So now
some people can feel the difference. They might not know the answer, but they feel a different vibe with the sound.
Exactly. So now let's get back to the producing. You're a producer as well. Talk to me about this. So you play the piano, you're a percussionist. So when you're a percussionist, does that mean you play all percussions?
Yeah, I play like bata drums, cajon, timbales, drums, trap drums, maracas, guido, berimbau, just all the stuff that was in my house at my parents' house. So, so there's a lot of different cabasa, clap. I mean, there's a lot of percussion stuff. So, like I said, when you come to the house, there's always stuff. So, we're just playing it and hearing. We didn't know the name of any of them.
You just playing it.
Yeah, we're just playing. We didn't know the background, the history behind any of these instruments until you get into it. But like when my father, so when we did my father's CD, he has a garage was full of percussion stuff. So he had his own tech that would come and bring the whole case of percussion stuff. So he would just lay it all out on the floor. First, everybody did their part, drum, piano, all the foundation was done. So we call it flavor, icing on the cake, percussion stuff. So because all that stuff is done. Now, the last day or two, it's just the Escovedo family, the E family, doing all the percussion stuff, right? So everything's done. so we're laying out. My father lays out all this stuff, and he knows by listening to us for years who plays what better or the same, or like he'll call out, Sheila, you play this. Juan, you play this. Peter Michael, you play this. But then some of these hand percussion stuff, I'm way better at kabasa. I think I got that.
Ooh, no doubt. Ooh.
Yeah. And then Sheila's better at this. My brother, So we find what we're better at, and we record it individually, and then we come through the parts where there's we call it colors, right? So it's chimes, shakers, things, whistling, blowing. That's just the freedom of the icing on the cake. The sounds that's in the background. Exactly. So then we all get together and do that. So, you just start learning and switching and learning and switching and watching. A lot of people think you have to play next to them to learn. No, it's your ear, and watching is better. Because then you can hear. People just talk too much and just need to zip it up and listen. You get so much knowledge by listening.
Just listen. Yes.
So I'm always listening to what my sister doing, my father, like that video. You see him throwing down. I'm just playing straight and just listening to his solo. And then it's in here. So when I get home, I remember that lick he did. And then now it's in here, right? Mm-hmm. I'm not listening to what I already know what I know. I want to get bit like my father.
Exactly.
So I'm right there, boom, back, boom, boom. And I'm hearing that solo, and I'm trying to put that in here so I can have it in my hands. So yeah, listening, learning is very important, and keep doing it constantly at home. Because the more you do it at home, because when you're on stage, it's so different than practicing at home.
We imagine.
Have it here, and then you use it once you get on that stage, and you have so many different patterns and stuff in your ear, in your brain and stuff that you learn through the years. You just count me in. I already know where to go. It's just knowledge in here because I've been listening, So it's important.
Yeah. So now, what I wanted to ask you, kind of answered it a little bit, but I wanted to know, family is some families are very competitive, and now everybody in the family, from what I'm hearing, is a percussionist. Now, out of all the percussionists, have you ever had like a battle of percussionists?
All the time.
So now, I don't know if you want to tell me, but who's the master in percussions?
My father.
I knew it.
It's the way he lays it down. It's not speed. Like people think the faster you are, or the more licks. We call it talking. You're talking to the drum because it's saying something. Now, Bali is only two tones. The high one low, back, boom, back. But if you go ba 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 doom 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 back to back back, and then it starts talking to you, right? That's my father. He lays it down. Sheila is about speed. Of course, she has all that what my father has, but she loves to be fast. That's her thing. She's quick, very entertaining. It works for her, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Nope.
She has that speed and showmanship. My father stays within the program.
Right.
So he's tasteful. Me, I kind of mix both. I could be tasteful, and I think I have the speed. Yes. But 65 is slowing down a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
What I see, and I don't know if anybody's going to notice this, but maybe I'm the only one who noticed it. You're real smooth at what you do. You have this. When I see certain videos and I see certain tape of you, you're very smooth. You got, You're always well groomed. You sit there, and I'm gonna tell you something. A lot of the women from these shows has been asking, "Who's Juan? Who is this guy? Is he single?" Because they always do that before my shows come on. Always, it never fails. So before I let them know, talk to. Is you single, married? Talk to them.
I used to be married. I'm divorced, but I'm with somebody now.
Okay, good. Y'all heard it. Good, y'all heard it. Get out of my DM. Now, back to the show. So now I want to know this. As far as an inspiration for this particular CD that you had, what was the motivation, the inspiration for it?
Well, like I said, I just love playing and learning. So I always was writing and stuff on the piano and different things and recording stuff. So the inspiration is wherever I was at that moment I was writing. So this CD is this is 7 years to make this CD. And I still have more songs, but I'm saying I had to figure out which song's going to fit the CD where I'm at today, which was that day was when COVID hit.
Yeah.
So because I'm always on tour, I was always busy, So the only reason why this CD is done because of COVID. So
yes,
I said, well, I'm not gigging. Let me just put these songs, put the puzzle together. It's already there. I just didn't finish it. So I started listening to all the songs I was writing, doing things, and then called like I said, Michael Angel, my friend. Excuse me. And I said, I need your collaboration. Let's finish this. And I called my brother. So us three really did this project, and we're just going back and forth. And so actually, when we went in the studio to do Angels, we all had masks on. It was still COVID. Wow. So when we were filming, I said, "Can we just, if you see the video, we're actually far apart."
Yeah, yeah.
That's when they were saying 5 or 6 feet away. So we're actually, and El DeBarge had a petition around him.
Wow.
So he wouldn't be,
Yeah.
We didn't want to get him sick, or I don't know if he had something either,
Exactly.
So every time somebody came into the room, the other person would go in the other room. So there wasn't all of us in a group in the room.
Wow.
So when we filmed, we took our mask off and started doing the video. But when we was recording, we had a mask on the whole time.
That's crazy. Yeah, let me tell you something. It's some bad things. Like I said, COVID changed the world. It did. But at the same time, it got us off our ass and made us work harder. And I don't want to wish COVID on anybody, but what happened with you, it got you off that road. It got you off the road, and it was finally time for you to make this music work.
People had to make a lot of big decisions, and we had to figure out how to make money too. And I mean, some people had studios in their house, and they would. Some people made way more money. Some musicians, they were just a lot of recording, writing, and I did get called for recording, which was good. But the engineer had to be in the other room, and I'll be in one room by myself. I told him to spray. Remember before you had to clean the mic, spray, do all that, And if it didn't smell like a spray, like somebody didn't clean it.
Somebody didn't clean it.
I said, nah, man, I don't know about going in here. But eventually, it worked out. But that's how you have to navigate your life and make big decisions and make sure it works out for you. Yeah.
Yes.
And it did.
Yeah. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. Now, what I want to talk about, right, and all just aside, I seen this.
Oh.
Who did the artwork for this? And bro, where you get that suit from?
So what happened was I had no idea what I was going to wear, how the album cover was going to be. So I said, because I'm always like, I love a nice jacket. So I said, I'm gonna find a jacket. I don't know what color, it's gonna pick me, right? So I went to this place where I know not but store, and I just kept looking. I saw that one. I said, right away, it's got to be in my size. That's the one. So I bought the jacket, then I bought the shoes, and then the shirt and the pants and the hat the same day. So now I say I got that. So now I need congas that matches the gray.
They do.
So my friend made cases, or what do you call it, elastic on the conga.
Yes.
His name is Tam Sagaya. So I said, Tam, do you have? I need a gray and black conga, and I need a black conga head to match my jacket. So I went to his house. He has so many congas. So he had a pair, or he made those and put them on and let me use them. So then I go to the studio to do the photo shoot. There happened to be a grand piano there.
Oh, wow.
Yes. So I said, let's put the congas next to the grand piano. And then the flowers are fake. So they were just sitting on the piano, right? So they said, who has these fake flowers? So they were moving them. I said, no. Keep that. I said, we'll keep the flower. Yeah. And now you can see the J is in red. So that's off the flower, the rose. So it just happened. Man,
it's a beautiful, listen, when I first saw it, I was like, wait a minute. The picture, the cover is excellent, yo. Like, I'm sitting there going, damn. I wanted to find out, and you told me exactly what I thought. It took a lot of creativity to get that to where it is.
Well, to me, it's simple. To me, I'm just saying. I mean, a lot of people ask me, man, and it was just a quick thought, and just it comes to me.
That is an amazing. Your CD is excellent. I'm gonna tell you that right now, and Andrew is definitely in rotation. They play like 3 times today. Oh, and most likely what we do, we have voters. We have our listeners vote for songs, and that song was put on there, if I'm not mistaken, last week.
Oh, okay.
So I'm getting a lot of good feedback. If you make the top 10, what happens is we take that song and give it extra rotation.
Oh,
so you literally get extra spins.
Okay.
But what happens is
ready for that because it's coming.
Yes. So what's happening is that wherever state you live in, if people in your state is on 2111 radio, we'll see if you're in LA, Chicago, we have all the analytics. Gotcha. So a lot of the artists that's on the radio have the people in their states tuning in. And then our voters actually vote for these songs because we don't have a say. If it was up to me, it'd be number 1 right now. But it's not up to me. But at the end of the day, it's something different. And it's fresh. And you got DeBarge on it. That's my guy.
Right.
That's my guy right there. And I really, truly love the song. It's like a romantic type thing. It's very romantic. And it didn't work with my wife, though. She be catching me with all that. Like, no, brother, not to. I'm like, oh. But anyway, she be catching me when I try to get romantic. But anyway, that was one of those songs.
I got other songs on there too.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. So what I want to extend to you is another song. Send us another song. Pick your pick, and we put that in rotation as well.
Okay. So that one, Angel, is the first one released. Baila Cha Cha Cha, just so you know, is the one I'm gonna start working on like next month to
really?
That one. Yeah, and that video, that's my parents in the video. Oh, yes. So let me tell you a quick story. You have time?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so Baila Cha Cha Cha, when we're doing this one, I think it was still COVID, and I said, well, let's just, go to my parents' house. So that's a green screen behind. So we did that in my parents' house. So my brother put up, well, my brother mostly, but I helped him put up the green screen in their front room. So everybody in that video is my family. the girl, that's my niece. Wait, not, is that my niece? Great grand niece. The kids that are dancing. My nephew is in there. My mother's father, me and my brother, my sister Zena. We all did this in the front room because it was still COVID. The family.
Way, I would have never thought that. I would have never thought that in a million years. I thought y'all was on vacation somewhere.
It was like, are you in Puerto Rico or that's a green screen?
Wow. Excellent. So your brother actually, he did the video, right?
Yeah.
Excellent work.
Yeah, great.
I might have to bring him up here because again, he's been doing his thing for years as well. Your whole family, my goodness. It's an amazing story because again, Sheila E. and your dad, they were the ones that really went this way, like elevated. And then what you're doing, what people don't understand is what you're doing. We're getting to know Juan, and Juan is completely different. You're a mixture of both of them. That's what I think. You're a mixture. So it's like we getting the best of both worlds. We keep listening to Juan. I'm telling y'all right now, this guy, he's very talented. So before I let you go, what I want to do, I would like to, besides family now, I would like for you to tell me your top 3 collaborations, 3 artists, musicians, whatever, that you would like to have collaborations with your next album. Or the new one, whatever. Just 3 artists.
That's a great question. The thing is, the way I think is I don't look that much further ahead.
Okay.
Because I'm still working on this, and my focus is on getting this CD
right
as far as I can get to, and working on concerts and things. So when I'm in that space, I can easily answer, but off the top of my head. But I can tell you some people that I thought I'd never play with and end up playing with Prince. Prince, I toured with him, Purple Rain. But Patti LaBelle, I toured with her. That was a fun tour.
Wow.
I toured with MC Hammer when he was he's from Oakland here too. But, Barry White, I got a chance to record on it, and Bobby McFerrin. So I did a lot of stuff that I thought I'd get to, and I'm still also. Yeah, I just enjoy where I'm at right now. But I'm going to sit down and think about what I'm doing. But
let me give you this first horn first. Let me give you the horn first. Explain why I did that. You said it, right? When you saying it, I'm sitting back there going, damn. And then you say another one, it's like, damn. And the first one you said was Prince. Now let me explain something. A big Prince fan. My son loves Prince. Oh my goodness, God bless him. And when you said it hit me, I'm like, what is that like with Prince?
Well, when I first met him, he was at the Circus Star Theater, which is I think was in San Carlos, opening up for Rick James, right? So I think my father met him first because he was taking piano lessons from Tom Costard, piano player for Santana. So my father met him first, and then he met Sheila, and then so he came to the house. So when I met him, Sheila goes, "Hey, this is Prince." I don't, he didn't look like a prince to me. He was to me unknown. I'm like, so he was wearing like some torn T-shirts and jeans. I said, "He's a prince," and I just started laughing. Right, I'm going, "You're a prince?" I'm like, "Really, dude?" And he had a torn T-shirt. I said, "I don't think Prince is a prince. When I say a prince, I don't think they dress like you, man." So I didn't know who he was.
My goodness.
I think he's kind of smart, but I thought it was funny. So
yeah, it is.
Yeah, like a prince to me. So he came in the house, and then we had all kinds of keyboards and equipment. So when he got on the piano, oh my goodness! and then get on drums. We had a bass down. I said, "Ooh, okay, he might be a prince of something."
He's definitely boy.
He was bad. And then and Sheila goes, "He's at the Circle Star opening up for Rick James." So I said, "Okay." So then I went to go see him play, and he's short, so he had all these bodyguards, like 6, and I'm like, nobody know who this dude. Why do you have 6 bodyguards? Like, it's his first album, right? I said, "Wow, he really think he's a prince?" Because I never seen no dude with no 6 bodyguards. So, I'm like, you ain't even famous yet, dude. But and in mind, he's already big, so he got there. But when I met him, he didn't look like no prince. I don't think he need 1 bodyguard, but
you know what? Oh wait, I'm supposed to be cordial on this, but I'm sitting here and real talk. I got tears in my eyes. I've never heard that story. That story is priceless. Priceless. I will be putting this on my social media. That part right there is priceless, brother. I'm so happy that you said that, because you seem like the type that's very outspoken, because you looked at him and said, "Yeah, Prince." You ain't look like no Prince.
Not even close.
So you definitely got me sitting here giggling, laughing, because I've never heard nothing like it. I've never heard nothing like it, man. Oh my goodness. So now, I'm gonna ask you this question: do you teach?
Yeah, I actually for a while I was doing little classes and stuff, and then I got so busy with like individual certain people. And then I stopped for a while, but now I'm teaching. I'm back in teaching, but now I'm in the school. I teach an after-school program for kids from 4 to 6, I believe, 2 hours. So this is when kids, get out of school, and it's called Elite School in Vallejo. So it's close to where I live, and I love it there. And the kids, because when people parents get off work, it's not 3 or 4. They might, so they're by themselves at the school 2 hours by themselves. So Dr. Bishop, the one that hired me, said, she wanted an after school program. So it's not only me teaching percussion. Malacio Madalullo helps me, my assistant, with the sax, piano. And I teach all percussion and how to write songs, all different stuff. There's another class down a few doors over. Like, it's an incredible school, and I just love the students. They love me. I think we seem to have a good time. Keeps them out of trouble. I don't just talk music. I talk about whatever they need to talk about. Keep them out of trouble. So that's how I look at it. Yeah, it's a music class. I do teach music, but this life is beyond music, and there's things I think I could teach them to guide them to have a better life. So that's what I do twice a week.
That's beautiful. So now, all jokes aside, I've been having a good time, man. And I know I have to let you go, but before I let you go, do you have any concerts coming up? Do you have any gigs coming up? Talk about the album, where to find it at, because it's definitely on 2111 Radio. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Okay. Well, I have a Facebook page. People DM me, if that's what they call it. But
that's it.
Okay. You can go to links. I'm sorry?
Is that the bottom right there?
Yeah,
we have it right there. So you can
okay, yeah. Linktree, Juan Escovedo. You can order CDs, T-shirts. But yeah, I always have gigs and stuff coming up. I have a few. Still with my father, we're doing stuff. Some with Sheila, my sister, my brother, of course, my band. Then I'm also every Sunday in Calistoga, this guy named Buster. It's called Buster's Barbecue. He's an ex-49er player. He built this. He had his own barbecue sauce, and he bottled it.
You talking about Bubba? You talking about Bubba?
Buster.
Buster.
I mean, he's right now. I don't want to say his age, but he's kind of. So it was years ago. Yeah.
You're talking about wow.
But I think he was a linebacker.
Okay.
But I think 49ers are rated. But he built this whole amazing place, like a stadium. It's getting bigger and bigger, and it's a free concert outdoor. He has his barbecue, and I'm there every Sunday during the summer. I've been there the last 3 years.
Okay.
I'm the musical director at the place, and I hire different singers every other week, like Tony Lindsay from Santana. Now he's with Frankie Beverly Maid, lead singer. He sings there. Fred Ross, Leah Ticey, just a bunch of great singers come down every 2 weeks, and so I keep the same band. I have Vernon Ice Black from Mariah Carey, guitar player, drummer from Santana, Frankie Beverly Maid, drummer. So the band is amazing, and we have a song, and it's free, and you just buy barbecue and hang out. So
wow, y'all need to take that on tour, because that sounds like an amazing event, and it's every Sunday. You said
every Sunday from 4 to 7, 3 sets.
Yeah. 3 sets. Come on, man, that's amazing, man. And you're doing amazing things. You know what I'm saying? I'm very happy. So what I want to do for you, that particular event, if you have a flyer, anything, send us anything that you have that going on, and we'll actually plaster it on our pages.
Okay.
On all our social media, because that's what we do. When guests come here, we want to help you out, because remember, people don't understand it takes a village to get the word out.
Right. Oh, so we're actually doing Napa, the Blue Note in Napa with my father, me and my brother, September 21st and 22nd. That's a Sunday.
Please send me that information. We will plaster it all over our social media.
Okay.
Definitely. And put it in our stories. And I got a lot of pages. So the word won't get out. I definitely think that. So I appreciate you for coming through, man, spending some time with us, because you're one of the busiest men in the world. I'm gonna tell you that right now, doing what you're doing.
I'm enjoying my life right now.
Yeah, I know that's right. So listen, for everybody, I want to thank everybody for showing up tonight. And I want to thank Mr. Juan Escovedo, because I have to slow down when I say that, because he could have been anywhere in the world, but he's here with us and giving us this amazing interview, and very funny and exciting, because when y'all see whoever that come, I guarantee you're going to enjoy this interview, because I didn't know he had a sense of humor. This guy right here, yo. Oh my goodness. Prince. Ooh, that was a good one. But listen, I appreciate you, and I'm going to let you go, but stay right there. I want to talk to you behind the scenes. We're going to sign out, and then I could talk to you, because I like what I heard, and I want to hear more. But everybody else,
I really appreciate you.
Yeah, definitely. You listen. It's definitely an honor to have you here, brother. Definitely. But everybody else, y'all have a good night, and peace.
Peace.